this is Fafnir, and I'm casting, this is Echo League, Season 2, North American Division C. Oh, we're getting some things still set here. So, this is going to be Skadi Pippen versus Charlie's Angels. Charlie's Angels is 2-0, having won all their prior matches, and 2-0, and they're going to be playing Skadi Pippen, who lost 2 to Team Michael Bolton, and then they split with Riggedy Riggedy Rack. Sorry, people were messaging me. I thought I was going to be casting it with one of my friends in there. Cookies is a friend of mine. I think he unfriended me, actually, or maybe I unfriended him. But anyways, he's a good guy in .p community that I'm also part of, and I thought Blackheart was in, so but it turns out she's not going to get to stand in. So, of these teams, so looks like we have Bristle and Warlock ban-outs, good, strong bans. Then Troll and Sniper, so a little bit confusional. And just to clarify the side pick priority, Skadi Pippen selected Radiant, and Charlie's Angels opted for second pick. I have a bad feeling for Skadi Pippen because I will admit to a little bit of knowledge here. I saw Charlie playing Meepo in a pub earlier, just prior to this game, and they kind of just cleaned up with the Meepo. Because, you know, you do Meepo things. So I'm a little worried that the Bristle and the Warlock ban, they're going to set up for like a last pick Meepo if it's a good Meepo game and use it to run over the game. But we'll see. You know, maybe there's a decent chance if they've revealed that in prior Echo League play. I don't know Charlie's Angels that well. They just messaged me about this. Casting this game. They very well might just have already revealed that, and maybe Meepo's like a second phase ban that their opponents have pre-scouted them about, you know, that sort of thing. Or maybe Charlie doesn't play Meepo, he just plays in pubs. But anytime I see a Warlock ban, you know, it's pretty good against Meepo. So, Tidehunter Tree. So they got a lot of sustain, a lot of control there. I'm not a huge fan of Tidehunter. I've come more around to him recently. But he is still kind of cooldown dependent. I feel like usually Enigma is a stronger pick for the most part. And so I usually prefer other heroes, but he's really good. And Tidehunter Treant can actually pressure a safe lane pretty hard. And there's Darkseer, another safe offlaner. Listen, he usually can do some good things. Let me set myself to not visible. People keep messaging me. I always forget to do that, honestly. Okay, I've set myself to offline. We won't be getting any messages again. We won't be getting any more messages. And that will be a good thing. So, let's see. Darkseer's banned out. Rubik's banned out. They're banning out the counters, you know, one of the Tide counters right there. Then we're sitting here looking at... Did I get my phone on silent? Phone's on silent too. Okay, don't want to get notifications. You know, the sort of counters out there. I'm curious to see what the plan is. So they got the Disruptor Darkseer combo. It's a pretty tried and true Wombo combo. If you ever want to see it executed at the absolute highest level, go check out a Virtus Pro replay. They will have, at least Solo plays the Disruptor, and then, man, I can't remember their offlaner's name right now, but it's quite good. They utilize Darkseer plus Slardar plus Sand King plus 1 aggressive support, Night Stalker in the off lane to pressure the safe lane, and then they rogue kills, and then the late game the vacuum disruptor ults are so real. It's so good. The only thing is, like, they ban out Nine Pasha's Darkseer. I think it's Nine Pasha who plays the off lane for them. He gets banned out for his phase most games, but sometimes they get to use it. So the PA's banned out. That's interesting. I think she's a pretty damn weak hero. So I find that a little curious that they banned it. Especially since I think Tree's pretty good against her. You can root it up. Tide is pretty resilient to PA's damage. Plus, if she jumps in, she has to be. If she's 4 BKB, you can just always ravage her and then follow up. So we'll see. PA is a good Darkseer pair, just because you can get Surge, you can get Iron Shelled. So there's things to it that can work with it well. And Necro's banned out. Interesting. I guess they didn't want to deal with a heal draft. Necro, Tree, Tide, that's a lot of sustain. But we'll see where they take the draft now.
Crystal Maiden.
They picked up CM, so CM Tree. Tree's been nerfed an awful lot, but CM I think is still quite good. I like playing her a lot in solo queue. I think she's a really good hero, especially in pubs. She's great. You get more space, and it just helps because everyone can play a little greedier with mana. I especially like Crystal Maiden Darkseer because they keep nerfing his mana costs. One of the main ways they've nerfed him. So I would have liked to see CM Disruptor. I think is pretty solid. If you have a good Disruptor player who's willing to land his combos, you're kind of relying on that. But you pick the hero first pick. You got to be confident in your Disruptor. So, and Spirit Breaker comes out. So there's a classic Ion Shell target, Ion Shell carrier for a Darkseer. Gives Spirit Breaker some immense kill potential at level 2. You just Ion Shell him up. He can charge anyone in coordination and get a kill. Also, you can run, like I said, the dual offlane that Virtus Pro likes to run. Other teams, you just Ion Shell up the Spirit Breaker, and he just walks at their carry. And what can you do? It's an 800 HP, 5 armor Space Cow who is got glowy magic, doing a ton of AoE damage if he gets close to you. And if he has an Orb of Venom and his charge, he can get close to you, and he can just take away a lot of your HP before you get under tower or force him back due to the positioning of your supports. So, and any support can get run down. So that's CM. Like if they spot out the CM and they get an Iron Shell on that Spirit Breaker and he starts Orb of Venom, it's rough times for them. They pick up the Sven though, so man, if they pick a mid Meepo here, this is gonna be so rough for them because there's no Sven to counter it. Darkseer doesn't do much versus Meepo. Disruptor ult's pretty good. Spirit Breaker, it's not the best either. So we will see what they want to do here. Yeah, you got to reveal your course now. So you can know it's a Sven. So there's a couple things you could do to kite out Sven. Odie's already banned. Viper is one of the classic ones, but there's some others you could utilize. Trying to think. Invoker. Okay, they're going with the Invoker. Interesting. I did not know that Skadi Pippen had an Invoker player. But Invoker's pretty good against this whole team. The thing is, you're going to want a high tempo carry because Invoker's really the one when you're playing him. So, oh hey, SA's auto host. I think auto hosting came up. So cool. So you really Invoker's the position 1, and so I'd like a fighting carry. I think Lifestealer is a very good ban. You could do the classic Lifestealer bombs in Spirit Breaker. Darkseer also works. Heck, you can even use Invoker with Ghost Walk. Out of their ban, man, I hope they ban Meepo. Meepo just craps on Invoker in lane. It's no fun for the Invoker. Plus you have Tree Armor. Tree Armor, that's the other thing. Spirit Breaker's kind of dicey. I almost prefer to Sand King just because Tree Armor is one of the classic Spirit Breaker counters. Sand King kind of provides more utility, that sort of thing. I say this as someone who's tried to play Sand King, and good Sand King games has promptly fed out of his mind and done nothing in them. So, not my hero. So, we'll see. What heroes to ban out? Any mids? I think TA is a good ban. Obviously, I've already talked about the Meepo, since they do have a Meepo player. TA is a good ban. Also, potentially a Sniper. Odie's already out. Okay, TA, I like that ban. But you're going to have to pick your other core. I would like a Jug here. A Jug is a good Ion Shell target. He also is quite good at dealing with I like him versus Sven. I also like him versus Tidehunter, CM, Tree. He's a natural Manta builder. He also has a spin. He can easily spin dodge the Sven Sun if he's that's off cooldown. So the built-in magic immunity, same reason Lifestealer would have been a good pick, is one of the reasons I like Jug in this situation. But I am also a Jug player. You could also go with something else. You could say Ursa. Ursa's a really classic combo with Darkseer. He also deals well with Sven. It's a little tougher against Crystal Maiden and Treant. You don't build Manta on him. So they go a completely different direction. They go with the Wraith King. I was not expecting this. So Wraith King is kind of good because you got all these team fights. He can kind of absorb the blow. But he's not necessarily the highest tempo carry compared to an Invoker who will be going Midas, so it's a little tough for me to like this pick. They don't have any mana drain, so that's kind of nice, and he is a good Iron Shell target, so there's some things for it. I'd really like to see him pick up a quick Armlet Blink, not go like a Midas Radiance build or anything like that, just Armlet Blink and just go and get kills, go make space for that Invoker, because once Invoker gets Ags, like, there's going to be a nice window before potentially Sven has his BKB, potentially.
Wind Ranger at your service.
And they picked up the Wind. Okay, Wind Ranger is classically a pretty good setup versus Invoker. We'll see how it works out. I don't particularly like her overall, but you know, a good Wind Ranger is quite good. Can definitely carry a game, because like if you get the shackle shots, man, it's a great hero. So with that, we have our draft going through. It looks like they're just picking up the heroes and grabbing them. So overall, as far as draft, I think I'm going to favor Charlie's Angels here, simply because they have a lot more team fight overall. There's really Darkseer, Vacuum Wall, plus Disruptor, and then Invoker provides some team fight, but not as much till later. And honestly, I think it's harder to execute. They need to get the Invoker online. They need him to get his Ags, and they need the Wraith King to get Blink to be able to get into the fight. Plus, Disruptors, it's just harder combos to land, so I really think I favor Charlie's Angels draft. Okay, looks like we're still in strategy time. Yeah, I think Rax took a while to pick his hero. Oh no. Oh no, okay, good. Ooh. I always forget that when you cast in lobbies, you get that auto-connect, disconnect thing message. It always freaks me out. It's been a while since I was paying attention when that happens. Usually, like, I look away, like, take care of the dog, I'll tab or whatever. So here we go. And on the tower level, ooh, man, dominating. Hopefully that goes away. Yeah, it does. Okay. So over here we've got Rax disappearing. He's going to be a Spitbreaker. Does have the Orb of Venom. Love it. Hopefully he can pair up with the Darkseer, put some pressure out. Coles is on the Invoker. Cookies is on the Carry Wraith King. Started Stout Shield. Not as much regen. Not a fan of that. And when on the Disruptor we have Stu. It looks like he might be going top 2. They might be going for like a level 1 smoke play. Uh-oh. Looks like Charlie's Angels is looking, they're going to do a 4-man smoke. Looks like Tide's heading bot on his own and is heading in. And there's 4-man smoke, so they got CM in the front. She's going to have her Frostbite. Tree, probably going to go Leech Seed here, and they got Sven Stun and Wind Ranger. So they could get you there, but it looks like Skadi Pippen is expecting this. No, they're going to smoke and do the same move, except they're doing it with 5. Yeah, they're just invading. So it looks like we're going to trade runes? No, they're going to run into... Oh, but they're a little split right now. Oh, they spotted him. Invoker's running up way too confidently. He is just dead. There's a nice double stun. And, man, Invoker walking up the high ground with no vision is not something you want to see. Cookies does get the bounty rune here. but he's going to have to run over and probably get a TP to head bot. It doesn't look like they got any wards down either. Meanwhile, Tide is going to get a double bounty. Man, he feels lucky. And Cookies tries to TP here to get the bounty in, but he sees the Tide. He's going to know it's gone, and sees now it's gone. So, Kraken Shell level 1-2 for the Tide. Pretty cautious there. And they're both going to miss creeps for this. Oh, man. Are you going to miss creeps? Yeah, he's not in XP range. Tidehunter's going to miss creep. Oh, Tidehunter did get... no, he didn't, because he had the bounty runes. That's why he got it. He did get the XP. So this is already a pretty bad start for Charlie's Angels. They give up the first blood. I think Wind got it. No, who got it? No, Charlie got it, so the carry got it. Oh, and they've already killed the Darkseer up top. I was not looking for that very well. Looks like he just got tree rooted into a frostbite and just died. And that was that. Sven Stun's used as well. They clarity'd him up, but Darkseer is still level 1, almost level 2. Once he hits level 2, this lane gets a lot easier for him. Plus, with Surge, though they do have a lot of stuns, so it's really very much a kill tri lane. I would really like to see him try hard there. Yeah, Sven's good against Jug for the Warcry. The main reason I like it is because we're on a 5-minute delay, so spawning's a little hard. Is because he can fight early and he gets the heal ward. Omni's good against like Wind Ranger, that sort of thing. Plus, you just build a Diffusal Blade. If you diffuse him off before he has BKB with Warcry, it actually completely wrecks him. And you can even diffuse him while you're Omniing. They're putting some serious damage on the Tidehunter, but he's got boots. He should be fine. He's getting some tree armor even, too. Meanwhile, Kookie's decision to go with only one set of tangos is going to hurt him. He's already down a lot of his HP, and is going to have to tank this double creep wave under tower. Oh, and Rax disappearing actually gets there. They're going on the Tidehunter, but I don't think they have the kill here. Tide's a tanky boy, and he's got boots, and is able to just walk away. Okay, Cookies is still low HP, but he's gonna be able to use. He's gonna have to use his tangos up. He's gonna miss some of those last hits, though. It's unfortunate. Meanwhile, the Sven is having no such issues last hitting, and oh man, the Wind Ranger is just bodying this Invoker. He's going for the Wexort build to try to secure some last hits, but he's 13 to 8 to 3 to 2. That's not good. It looks like he's no, not a full level up on him, but still not great. Darkseer here's getting run at. But he's now his level 2. He's going to get his level 3 off this. So now is when Darkseer can really apply some pressure. And I'd like to see Spiritbreaker start to roam here. Though Tidehunter has an Invis rune and might be able to really put some hurting on this Wraith King. So, Invoker's starting to equalize things out a little bit. Still behind in the lane. And Darkseer can now start to jungle, potentially, or can use the level 2 Ion Shell to really put pressure on the Sven. Who's going the max cleave build, pretty standard. Oh, hey Jake. So, thank you for all joining us. It looks like they went aggressive on the Tide, and oh, are they going to get him? Oh no! Orb of Venom's not going to be enough. Gets trapped behind the tree. Oh, the Sunstrike killed. Nice play by Kips. Or, sorry, not Kips, Coles. It's Pip Coles. So, nice play there. That's really big. Invoker's having a tough lane right now, getting out last hit by the Wind Ranger, but, you know, Sunstrike kills are the great equalizer for Invoker early games. But overall, like, just looking at the Sven's getting free farm, and the Tide's not getting any last hits, but the Wraith King isn't either, and he's trying to do this stack, but he only has a point of his lifesteal, no crit yet, and does not have a salve. He's going to have more regen ferried out to him ASAP. Otherwise, he's going to be in some serious trouble. Meanwhile, mid, the Wind Ranger's really pressuring this Invoker. He's hanging around with very little health. Oh, regen rune stolen from the Wind. That's pretty big. Oh, and he spots out also a nice D-ward of this. Looks like the CM wants to make a move aggressively, but isn't going to be able to. Tree comes in. Looks like he just takes the looking for the bounty rune, and I'll look at a wrap on this Invoker, who is pretty low, but he's got his little bodyguard, the Space Cow, who puts down his own ward on the high ground. Should be visible, and looks like they're calling out, hey, I'm going to use the Shrine because I'm too low. Got to respect the power shot damage. And meanwhile, up top, the Darkseer is not pressuring the Sven at all, which is not great. Only 8 last hits. Trying to jungle it up a little bit, but he got the mud golems. Ugh, that's not the dream. Meanwhile, Tide's also retreated from the lane. He's got level 2. He's got his Iron Talon up. Got level 2, so he's just going to jungle to be safer. So this Wraith King should give him a much easier time last hitting now. But the thing is that with the tree armor, they're probably not going to be able to pressure this tier 2 very much. Still, overall, the 2 cores are farming way better on the Wind Ranger, and even the Darkseer is not jungling as efficiently as the Tide, which just shouldn't be happening. So, but it is what it is, and right now the Wind has got double null for that extra. It's the new trendy mid build, and has got her boots coming out to her. Yep, there's her boots up. Okay, Tide's come back down with the tree, trying to put some pressure out. Doesn't have his Ravage yet, so I don't think they have kill potential just yet. But Tide's level 5, and this Wraith King is level 4. This trial lane really has not worked out. I really feel like they should have helped the Darkseer out, because if you're not going to zone the Tide, like, he keeps putting his Thundershock on him, but it's not going to do anything. Oh, and no point of Gush. Oh, is he going to be able to get away? Yes, he is. No Gush in the Tide Hunter. But with all these creeps, they're just going to dive this. Oh my goodness, they're completely confident. They're going to try to run him down. He's not level 6 yet. When these creeps die, though, he's going to get his Ravage. Oh, this range creep. If this range creep dies... If he kills this range creep, I think he gets his level 6. Oh, just punch the range creep. Oh, he denies it. He denies it. That leaves him with not enough XP. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, if he didn't get that denied, I think they get ravaged and lose 2 there. But... in the meanwhile, Darkseer's now getting to exert some more pressure. He's got his Soul Ring up, got his additional clarities. And Invoker, oh, nice Shackle Shot keeps going on. Can he Ghost Walk in time? He does Ghost Walk in time. Wind Ranger's going to have a chance for a blind power shot to try to kill him, but I don't know if she's going to go for it. Nope, she just assumes he's gone away. Yep. So, nice play by Coles there to use Ghost Walk to get away from the potential kill. But this Invoker is very vulnerable right now and is getting doubled up in CS, so this game is already going pretty disastrous there for Skadi Pippen. They're already 3k net worth down, and they're losing all 3 lanes basically. Tidehunter now has more last hits than the Wraith King. He went Blightstone first and is perpetually low in HP, so yeah, if the Tidehunter wants to commit Ravage, man, if he gets a point of Gust, I think they can just run him down. He's level 5 now, still no boots. Oh, they're gonna find this Disruptor. Yeah, I think this is just a kill. This is Space Cow. Sunstrike comes in, but oh, there's the Ravage, and there's 2 in there. There's the Anchor Smash. That's 1 dead. I think this is gonna be a triple kill for the Tide. Oh, he doesn't get enough XP for the Gust, so this. Oh, he doesn't have a TP. He's gonna have to keep running. The creep blocks him in. Can they juke him out? No, an Anchor Smash is gonna kill him. And that's a triple... oh, double kill for the Tide. It's like one of theirs, so... Ravage, well worthwhile. Don't get a team fight or an objective off of it, but it's kind of tough. Like, usually there's 2 ways I think you want to use a Ravage. You want to use it with the first catapult wave and try to take a tower. Or if you can just kill the carry like that, that's pretty great. Meanwhile, Sven is just farming away. Getting the stacks. Look, he's going Echo Saber first, not the newer Mask of Madness build, so... it's going to slow him down there, but this Wind is quite wealthy. She's got Phase Bottle, and Invoker is still trying to cobble up his Midas. He's getting close to it, but no boots means that he's still fighting Iron Right. Oh, he doesn't get the latch. He's going to have to Ghost Walk very soon. He Ghost Walk. Oh, there's the dust on the Wind Ranger. Core's buying their own dust. Pitter patter my heart. But she might pay for it. She doesn't have Wind Run for a good few seconds, but there's no ult on this. Spitburger's only little fight. Oh, and she saved her ult. She didn't use it there. There's the charge. Can they get the bash? And no bash. And that's an easy double kill for the Wind. And this just shows she's so far ahead. The XP situation, net worth, it's already a 6k difference 10 minutes in the game. And a 4k XP difference. This is just a stomp. Invoker Sunstrike does a little bit of annoyance to the Wind, but nothing big. Meanwhile, the Sven should have his Echo Saber. Yeah, he's gonna have his Echo Saber up momentarily. And are there any items comparable to this Echo Saber? I don't think so. Meanwhile, we're getting the mech build on the Tide Hunter, who's, again, they're just sitting under tower. This Tide might actually go down here. Oh, there's no wand on the cookies, so he's actually out of mana. Doesn't have that secondary stun that he really needs. I don't think they can man fight them here. Nope, no stun. Wind Ranger's coming in with an Invis rune. Oh, I think this is just going to be done. Treant might go down here, but the Darkseer's in here trying to get some work done. But there's a Shackle Shot on the Spirit Breaker. This tree is just trying to run. There's the Surge. Oh, he does get away, even though it's there. The Wind Ranger's trying to man-mode this Darkseer, though, and should be able just to burst him down. The Sunstrike's a miss. There's a Ravage to try to make sure he gets away. Probably not the best of the Ravage. Meanwhile, the Wraith King was taken down during all that, and the Disruptor is just murdered with a Shackle Shot and Wind Ranger ult. And the Jammy boats are coming out from the Charlie's Angels, and they're going to use the Shrine bot, and they're already really healthy. Not the greatest to Ravage, but such a huge exchange. Yeah, 4 for 1. Oh my goodness. They brought everybody down versus 3 heroes, and they did not win. So 5 versus 3, and they killed 4. So this is looking like it's going to be a quick game 1, I fear, because Sven, when he's ahead, is so strong. This Echo Saber's up online. He's getting good levels. He's level 9. And once he has his Blink, the burst potential between him and the Wind to just continuously destroy heroes. Wind's almost got a Maelstrom. Phase Battle Maelstrom at 12 minutes. Yeah. Ugh. Meanwhile, Wraith King doesn't even have his armlet up yet, and it's 12 minutes in, and they're going for a tri-lane, so unfortunately this lane's not going that great. He can retreat to the jungle. Oh, and Treant gets a ward down, but nothing much they can do there. And the biggest thing is, you'd say, okay, how do you come back into these games? And usually it's, okay, we get kills with our supports, we get kills with their big ults, but we've got a level 4 Spirit Breaker 12 minutes in, we've got a level 4 Disruptor 12 minutes in. They don't have these ults. Meanwhile, CM has her, CM is level 5, so she's getting close. Treant's already level 6, so he has Overgrowth, and it looks like they're going to try to use Overgrowth to kill Coles here. I think he's just dead. They have the dust on there. There's no vision here. He's close to the tower. I think they could just punch him. Oh, they stacked the stuns, actually. He might be able to get away now. No, there's no way he can get away. He decided to cast the Sunstrike. He does get the return kill on the Treant, at least. Only got that because the Overgrowth plus the Shackle Shot were stacked. I think if he saves the Overgrowth, it works out a little better. But, you know, a little miscoordination, that's fine. You'll trade your position of 4 or 5, depending on how you rate him and CM. For the mid. And this Invoker has his Midas, has his boots, but is really quite far behind. And they need to make space, but they need this Wraith King to be able to fight. And Wraith King has almost lost his tower to a Tide, who didn't get that much help, especially early. So this is less than ideal. And he is still quite a few bit away from his armlet. A couple minutes away. Meanwhile, this Tide has no fear. He's got a full mechanism up. Let's go to the net worth. Yeah, this Tide has got almost double the net worth of the Safe Lane Wraith King, who just wasn't last hitting well and has been pressured ever since. 3 levels higher too. And this tree, I think he's just dead. Doesn't have the Overgrowth, but does have a Leech Seed, Orb of Venom. Nope. And this is the one thing that happened with Tree, is his move speed got nerfed so much. Like, you can see there, the difference between him and the Wraith King was 30 move speed, just because they nerfed his base move speed so dang much. Meanwhile, Tide TP mid goes for the Ravage to catch the Spirit Breaker and whiffs. Complete whiff on the Ravage, but I don't think it really matters because they can just go for this. They're going for trying to finish off this Wind Ranger. Oh, the point blank power shot to the face just destroys the Spirit Breaker. Oh, and that latches. How did that latch? And this Invoker, I know, is tilted because when those sort of latch, I didn't even see that creep, and all of a sudden he's just stunned forever. And Wind just TP's back home. No reason to give over big kill screen. Oh, there's the Overgrowth because they found the Disruptor hiding in the trees, and they're just the Tide Hunter and the supports are just sitting behind a tier 1 tower without the cores. No one gives a crap. Darkseer's trying to do what he can, but the Tide can just anchor smash it up and tank it away. He's still got his mech up, so they don't feel like they have any answers for them. The Wraith King is still sitting here trying to decide what to do. No stick, no items, no stats to fight. Just trying to get his armlet up, but it's already crumbling for Skadi Pippen, unfortunately. And the blink's up on the Sven. Wind Ranger's got her Maelstrom up, looking for the blink herself, almost as the blink Maelstrom. With these blinks, I think that probably is it. Once they have the ability to blink in on those two heroes and get off the respective stuns, I don't see how they defend at all, especially with the Tide Mech and Ravage backing him up. Look at this, Tide's just farming so aggressively, and there's nothing they can do. Cookie's trying desperately to finish his armlet, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get that time. He's gone for the max Wraith Fire Blast, which doesn't really let him farm that great. The farming builds is you max out the crit. You'll see Burning do it. Oh, and mid, I'm missing a kill. Looks like they just walked in, and power shot somebody up. Oh, the Disruptor might get Shackle shotted. Oh. Ooh, Wind Ranger gets caught by the full combo, gets glimpsed back, and just gets destroyed. Just, you think you're immortal because you're so far ahead, but you're still against 4 heroes. Oh, Sven blinks in. The CM ult comes in, and they just clean him up. They're zoning him out. They do have a point of gush. It's still on cooldown, but I think they're going to be able to run him down, and they do. It wasn't even that well executed. He blinked in onto the Disruptor ult, but he'd already gotten off God Strength, so he's so tanky with that extra strength in his Echo Saber. It doesn't really matter. They're up 11k gold, 2 for 1, and they didn't use Ravage for that. They can just keep going. No God Strength, but with the Mech and Ravage and Tree Overgrowth and Max Living Armor, I don't know how they stopped them. CM's just sitting back. She did use her ult for that, but meanwhile, Wraith King is just trying to finish his item. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to before he heads back to defend the racks. Wind Ranger was killed at the beginning of that fight. That was a big kill, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. She's got her Blink Dagger as soon as she wants it. Oh, looks like they're just backing up. They vacuum up the Sven in the tree, but they don't go on him. And it looks like Sven's looking for a chance to counter-engage. Still no wind, so I'm a little surprised they're going for it. Looks like Sven's going to farm out the Radiant side of the jungle here, and they're just going to pressure this tier 2 tower. And with that, Wind Ranger's already hit level 15. The XP lead and gold lead is 13k gold. A lot of XP. Oh, Darkseer gets stunned out, but Sven needs to be careful here. He could get comboed by an Invoker spells to get the charge in, but the Tide's right here, has the Ravage up. There's a re-engage by Sven, and Invoker just gets blown up. The secondary Sven stuns in. They get the Disruptor ult on 2. This is nice. They might be able to bring down the Sven. Wind Ranger isn't here, but Sven just mans up. The Spearburger comes in. There's no... Is the armlet up on the Wraith King? The tree armor's keeping him alive. The mech. The armlet's up on Cookies. Oh, he gets the stun off, but it doesn't look like he stunned the Sven. And the CM ult comes out, and they're kiting them out. Glimpse does cancel the CM ult, I think. Or at least she stopped it. But they're going to run down the Disruptor. They're going to run down this Wraith King. That's a full 5-man team one where the Wind Ranger didn't even participate. She was just farming bot, and it's just going to take a tier 2 bot tower. And I think this is clearly game over at this point. So 4-5, 16k gold lead. Whenever you're 1k down for each minute in the game, that's a stomp. That's a huge stomp. And they don't really have like some sort of great high ground. And Sven just doesn't give a crap. He's just sitting there. Darkseer randomly walked forward on to try to defend a tier 2 he was never going to be able to defend, and just gets punished for it with the Blink's initiation. Get a Meteor Tornado combo. Nice combo. They didn't close up Sven. They might be able to finish him off here if they have any damage, but they just don't. The Wraith King isn't able to get into the fight. He's trying to walk in, I think. Yeah, he's there, but he just doesn't able to do anything. Sven's just able to walk away. They've got the heals, they've got the aura. The Tidehunter's literally just going behind their tier 3s, and no one cares. Wind Ranger finally shows up, and GG is called by Cookies. And this is a quick 1-0 game lead for Charlie's Angels over Skadi Pippen. And this is the best of 2 series, so we will have a second game. We'll have that lobby up momentarily, and until then, I'm gonna turn off the mic and the sound so you don't have to hear me idly trying to chat or try to talk my dog out of being annoying right now. Alright, so I guess we're still waiting in the lobby. I was just popping in to see how some other friends of mine who are going to hit cast are doing. Looks like they're doing well. Actually, they're playing against some other people I know, so looks like they're doing well though. Hopefully the lobby's up soon. Okay, I got one friend lobby, but that's not it. Gus versus PMA. I don't think that's it. Yeah, an average. Yeah, an average of 1.5k MMR-ish difference. That'll get you stomped. Like, if the average MMR difference in a game is like 500 across the board, so everyone's 500 MMR higher, I think like the way the elo system works is like you're like at a 90% or 98% chance to win. So if they're seriously like average MMR is like 1,000 above your guys, or 700, like you're gonna see games like this when you just get outplayed in the lanes and then everything falls apart on you. I mean, that's all that happened. Like, you can still win those sort of games, but you have to like come out of the lanes intact, and I think you have to have like, you gotta win the draft too. And I don't think that I don't think they won the draft. I think they lost the draft. I think that Wraith King and the Invoker like just didn't come online fast enough. Plus, like, there's the fact that once you commit to a hard tri-lane and it doesn't work, like, it just puts you so far behind. Like, if that Spirit Breaker was up top and maybe getting the Darkseer a little more room, maybe things go a little better, but I don't know. It's tough. Game is hard. I feed on Sand King one game, I go crazy on Juggernaut in the next game. I mean, sometimes that's just Dota. I think we're still waiting on the lobby, though. Alright, looks like we're not going to get an official lobby set up. It's unfortunate, but what else can you do? So we're going to get going as soon as the other team hops in, and then we're just going to go. So, it's already been a lot longer waited than it should have been. I would have gotten my own lobby started, but I'm not going to tell them what to do, and honestly I block off for a best of 2. I'm blocking off like 3 hours, so I'm going to give them that time either way. Though I was getting close to just peacing out. So hopefully Cookie's team and Skadi Pippen can get in here, and then we can get started, and we can have our game 2 happen. So, anywho, turn off the mic again until we get going. Alright, well, looks like we're going to get going here. Everyone's here. We got an official lobby. It's ticketed. This is going to be great. Sorry about the long wait, but honestly, I think almost all my viewers are people who are playing in this game, so that's cool. Those of you who are not, thank you for sticking around. This just highlights to me that I actually need to learn how to put up a hold screen in some Muzak or something, but these are just things I have to learn to do or set up at some other point, because I've always been a pretty casual caster. I'm not trying to make a career out of it. And that's just how it is. It's probably why I wanted to do the caster MMR thing or that sort of thing. I don't have the grind or drive, and yeah, I got a wife, I got my own job, sort of thing. Not gonna go pro at this, but I do enjoy it. So thanks for giving me the invite, Fancy Bones, and thank you, Skadi Pippen, for letting me. And hopefully we get going soon, ASAP, and we can have ourselves a good game of Dota 2, and hopefully it is a bit more interesting game of Dota 2, but we'll see. So, good luck, have fun, everybody, and it looks like we're gonna finally get going. Whew. It does mean I have to wrap up my phone game, though, so, that's, sacrifices we have to make. Alright, and we are off. Oh, I thought it was gonna... Okay, so here we go. I gotta wrap up my phone game, though. These are just the struggle that you have to do. So Skadi Pippen gets, I think they opted for second pick again. They want to have that last pick advantage. So Skadi Pippen opted for it. So same side, same pick order, priority, even though Charlie's Angels had selection. So just different teams value different things. First pick, second pick, that sort of thing. So that's one of the things that makes Dota so damn cool. Beyond that, Sniper Patrol, same bands, Warlock, Legion this time, a bit of a different ban. So it makes me think that they are probably going to be trying a different strategy than that they did before, which was largely just tree tied, mass heals, just team CM, team fight like crazy, and then they just won the lanes and steamrolled them. But we'll see what the Legion ban out. Legion ban out makes me think they're going to either pick some vulnerable carry who doesn't want to get dueled, or potentially like a Bane. Like they don't want Bane to be countered, so they ban out the Legion. But Abaddon's also something you have to ban in that circumstance, so we'll see what they pick up. And Bristleback comes out, first pick for Skadi Pippen. Bristleback is my most played hero, just FYI. Most of them played well before he became good again. But you know what? He was dumpster tier for like 2 full years, so people who are saying, oh, I'm so sick of the hero, they can shut up. When your favorite hero is dumpster tier for 2 years, you just got to deal with it sometimes. He's good again. He's not OP, he's just good. And they go with the tree again, which they opened up with before. Last time it was a tree CM opening, I believe. We'll see if they do the same. Or no, it was tree tied. It was the opening. CM came in the second phase. Still, tree's a versatile hero. Not the greatest against Bristleback. Bristleback does a lot of small instances of damage with his quills. Constant quill damage. When you're attacking him, if he's taking damage, his quills just spray off like crazy. So we'll see. We'll see how. I don't mind tree too much as Bristleback either. Does punish the dives if you go. I do much prefer Bristleback in the carry position. I think in offlane he's still not an OP hero at all. He can be bothered. There's the Omni Knight. Omni Knight is okay against Bristle in offlane role. I think offlane Omni Knight is the strongest position to play him in right now. As a greedy 4, he's just kind of rough. I don't think he does quite what you want. He's not a roamer, but he doesn't play 5, so it's kind of tough to fit him in. And he's not a good lane support, so I really think he's kind of just transitioned to the point where he is a core position hero. Kind of like how Slardar, Slardar used to be an offlane and a carry, and now he is just a support hero 90% of the time. So, things change in Dota. People figure out how to play. I like the CM pick. CM Bristleback is like the combo. It just makes Bristle so much stronger in all stages of the game, really. You know, if I pick a Bristle, I'd love to have a CM. For sure, love to have it on my team. They ban out the Axe. So they've got the BKB piercing lockdowns. I wonder if this is like a mid Omni or something. Something unconventional. I don't know. We will have to see. But OD is banned out. OD is always a problem for Bristleback. Pure damage and stealing his int is particularly painful for him since he does rely on having some mana to cast. Also, just the massive amounts of pure damage are pretty effective against him, even though it is reduced in the back. Just stealing that int and then just being able to deliver that big blow is quite nice. Plus, you can be astraled up to just kind of put you in timeout. It's just annoying to deal with. Invoker's probably the #1 guy I don't like to deal with. He is very good at kiting you, can mana drain you, and forces you to purchase a BKB, which you really don't want to do in a Bristle. So now we are left with the last ban. They banned out the Veno. Interesting. I don't know why the Veno was banned. Veno is pretty strong, but he's good at kiting heroes. Not sure what their plan is here. Ban out the Silencer. Okay. Silencer's pretty good against Bristle. The Q actually does an amazing amount of damage to him if the Bristleback is just too aggressive and not paying attention to how many, the fact that he's got the Arcane Curse on him. But if you're experienced Bristle, I don't think it's a huge deal. Like, the Global's annoying to deal with, but it's not the worst simply because... Okay, they go with the Chaos Knight. Bristle's not the greatest at dealing with Chaos Knight, but he's not bad, and he comes online earlier than him. But Chaos Knight's armor reduction, everything's pretty good. CM's pretty good against Chaos Knight, as good as most supports are. Like, she provides an AoE slow. She doesn't provide an AoE stun, so she's not good against him, but I don't mind it. CM Chaos Knight's also a good combo, just because he does need that mana pool. I wonder if we'll see... So we got 3 really tanky heroes right now. They pick up the Sven themselves. Sven's kind of thought of as the Bristle counter. This counters out the Chaos Knight. It does mean Bristleback's going to be in the off lane. Not the biggest fan of this, but you can definitely make it work. So we'll see, especially with the CM providing that aura help. It really makes it much more plausible. But it's rough. CK provides a stun, and Bristleback gets tanky. He doesn't start out tanky. His basic armor is not that great. And, you know, but Sven is quite good against Chaos Knight, and not only that, he's quite good against Bristle, so you kind of preempt that, assuming, because you never know, that could be a weird thing. And there's the Underlord. Underlord is a big problem for Bristle. The kiting of his pit is annoying. The percentage HP damage is quite good against him. So, but overall, I'm not, I don't think he's the strongest hero. He's good against Sven and Bristle. They get 2 melee cores who are vulnerable to being kited. And he's also an aura carrier sort of thing. This does mean it's probably a support Omni unless they're kind of mid it or mid the Underlord or something real funky like that. We'll see if they really go off the deep end. They were saying in Twitch chat that they were in chat with me that they were going to try to do a little bit off meta stuff they like to run. And there's the Lich. So, okay, so Lich... Like, if you do, like, CM Sven, Lich, Bristle, those are really strong lanes. And I actually like this plan because, so you lost pretty hard. You feel like you got outplayed by the other team. If you can just say, okay, well, we're going to win lanes. Like, we lost our lanes, then we just got outplayed in the team fights, and we were behind, so we just lose the game. You pick Lich, you pick CM, you just say, hey, we're not losing lanes. We may lose the game, but we're going to come out of these lanes really strong. Invoker's banned out. Okay, I like that ban. He's really good against Chaos Knight. Provides a lot of AoE control. And CK does build BKBs, but you don't want to have to build a BKB, especially not early. let's see. What do you want to ban out here? Probably a mid hero. I mean, a Viper would be a problem for you. What other heroes are a problem? There are... Clock could be a problem. You don't have the greatest of catch. And she could just burst people down. Beyond that, I mean... They got a lot of beef if you ran a sniper. Just really hard to get on top of him. You could just, you know, kite. And then snipers just ho-ho-ho-ing the whole way home and just killing you. You can also do Medusa mid. Medusa's a pretty classic Sven counter. She's not, you know, not bad against Bristle either. Not the best against Bristle, but the Snake Mana Drain really hurts her, from her. So like early engagements, that's why Soul Ring's so good on him now. I like Soul Ring a lot. They banned out the TA again. Interesting. I wonder if they're going to run... Maybe they have a TA player. They go SF. Okay. That makes some sense on the TA ban. I don't particularly like this SF against this team. And there's the Meepo. Okay. I was talking about it first game. Charlie was their Meepo player. He was playing Meepo in a pub. He had E-Blade, Blink, Hex, all that crap that you see Meepos get, and then they were like, oh, we're not sure we're going to be able to get ready for our match, and then like Meepo, they won one fight with Aegis, I think, and then Meepo just like took the entire base. So Meepo versus SF is not like a Meepo favored lane though. It is very much a skill lane like in SF, especially if like say CM's there or Lich is there to give the SF a few souls to start. He can spam out the wave just like Meepo can, and he can do quite a bit of damage to him with the raises. The issue is that Meepo just comes online, like he stacks up the jungle, and usually SF's the hero that likes to stack up the jungle, get farm, get ahead of you, or come back. And Meepo, like he does that, and he just does it so much faster. On an individual level, though, like he is good against a single Meepo once he gets a BKB because he does provide the minus armor and a lot of directed right-click damage. The downside is that like if Meepo gets on top of him, he just blows up and dies. Even if he BKBs. Meepo's right clicks end up getting way too strong to deal with, so yep, we do see CM TPing in. Charlie is playing the Meepo, going the Iron Talon build. Very common to see Meepos do this. Sometimes you'll see the Poor Man's Shield, but like the two pool Tango Salve, and the Iron Talon is you Iron Talon poof, and it helps you jungle. And Meepo's all about coming out, you know, in 15-20 minutes you come out, you're stronger than everyone and just kill everyone. So, Lich will probably sacrifice mid hero and then, you know, give SF, maybe just go bot, and they might even like just dual lane the mid against this Meepo. It's not the worst thing to do when you have a Lich especially, and you just gotta focus on shutting down Meepo. Now the good news is they picked up the Sven. Sven is like the best carry against Meepo. There's a few others that are up there, but he has a lot of armor, AoE armor for his team, and a lot of Meepo's damage is actually the right clicks, it's not just the poof. He has an AoE stun control, so he can stun up a whole group of Meepos, and his cleave actually does, you hit one Meepo, you cleave all the others, and the cleave damage is pure, so it doesn't reduce by the armor, so like you can just cleave down a bunch of Meepos. So, you know, combine that with SF's presence of the Dark Lord. Bristleback's pretty good against Meepo too because of the quills and kind of how that whole situation works, especially if he gets to spell lifesteal. But that's more of a later game thing. But, you know, it is what it is. So they get an Obs Ward down for the Meepo so you can see. And I think they're pinging it out. Lich is here to sacrifice the creep. He sacrifices the melee creep. I'm sorry, Stu. You need to read how Lich works now. So, it's unfortunate. Now they're going for the D ward. Oh, and SF gets the soul. It's pretty nice. He gets this free soul out of that. Stops the D ward. It looks like they just were trying to D ward the sentry though, and Omni Knight's just kind of roaming. Still, Shadow Fiend needs to get some last hits. So, we'll see how this goes. The Whistle Underlord's down bot. He's already just spamming out that fire spam, and the CM's trying to do what she can. But the Lich is up top with Bristleback. No, Lich is actually bot now. This is the problem. Lich doesn't actually add anything to these lanes right now. He needs to get. That's why you got to eat the range creep, and you got to eat it solo. And CM isn't even providing her ore yet because she's been trying to babysit. Meanwhile, the SF is going to get some souls here under his own tower. And once you get souls, then you can start last hitting with the Meepo. It's not so bad. So, really they need to get level 2 on the CM, they need to get level 2 on this Lich, and then their Kyra lane configuration kind of works out. Bristle's doing okay, he's still level 1 though, so... But they're going to have a nice big double wave of his creep. If he just sits back, he should be fine. Goes for the point in Earthbind. Interesting. I see a lot of Meepos hold that point, but then again, I watch Sheepsticked, who's a 5k Meepo player, which Charlie is not 5k. Oh, and up top, I missed the first blood. I said he was going to have this wave safe, and I thought he'd be fine, but it looks like he got reality rifted, and then chaos bolted, rooted, all that jazz, and he just dies. Onion hasn't even skilled up yet, so it looks like it was pretty much just Tree and just them. Not the start you want. Oh, and mid. It looks like the level 3, second Meepo come out, and Sedaphine's dead already. That net playing off. Net, now he's level 4. So just pretty disastrous start from the beginning. Meepo can just spam out the wave now. SF can do what he can. He's level 3. They do kill the Underlord bot at least, so that's kind of going on plan. Lich is now level 2. So they get a return kill, 1 to 2. It's going to go what it is. Meepo's got the haste. It's going to go look for some extra bounty runes. SF's trying to get what last hits he can, get those souls back up. Went straight for the Sage's Mask. Maybe like a buy when he was dying. That's what he could afford. Oh, this other Meepo's running in. The other creeps were taking the tower. SF got scared. Can't blame him. Meepo's scary here to deal with. Bristleback's up top, getting going, gets called back. Oh, they get the root on him, they get the purification, they're body blocking him up, and Bristleback is gonna go down. Bristleballs say it ain't so. DJ Nora plus Orb of Venom plus Tree, like, they didn't even leech seed and they still got it done. And this is where I'm saying, like, Bristleback as a solo offlaner is not that great. And look at this Underlord, he doesn't even care. Like, yeah, they can nuke him down, but, which is only level 2. They just he just spams out this fire wave and kind of just pressures your carry that way. He kind of works like an offlane coddle almost in that manner. So meanwhile, up in the last hits chart again, we're seeing some serious domination from the Dire side on Charlie's Angels, and again their mid is doubling up the SF, though the SF's gonna have a much easier time now that he has his level 3 raise, but he does not have his bottle yet. Looks like he's just opting for the clarities. This is kind of what you do when it's a tough situation. And the Sven is not doing as well as the CK overall. 17 denies on the CK. Just his last hits aren't the most amazing in the world, but they're still quite good. It's good enough for second. And that's the whole thing. He's gotten 2 kills on the Bristleback, so that's probably why his last hits are lower. You know, you're busy killing. Now, Underlord again goes back under wave. I think he's starting to respect the fact that Lich is level 2. You've got the Sven who's level 3, who's actually leveling up a Stormbolt, which makes it quite strong. It's a strong damaging nuke. So he probably doesn't know that, but this does mean Sven's not going this turbo farm build, which is going to be a mistake. Bristleback's trying to jungle it up with the CM aura, but he doesn't have any mana regen, and honestly, like, there's not much he can do though, because he can't go to this tri lane top. It's just a kill lane, and already Tree's coming down bot. He's going to sap XP while Underlord jungles, and Meepo again comes on in. They get a Frost Bless on him, but does kill the SF level 6 already. And this is already getting to be pretty ugly. SF is a full level behind the Meepo. That's not too unexpected, just because of the nature of, you know, you get 2 solo kills on someone, and the fact that Meepo can jungle and lane at the same time. And looks like he's gonna go Dragon Lane's Blink build, and he's gonna just, you know, heal up his Meepos and continue that. It doesn't appear to be they're stacking the jungle hugely, so they won't be as accelerated as some of the super high level Meepos, but still he's gonna be quite far ahead pretty quickly. Now Tree's bot because they're pretty sure that Omni Knight CK can handle a Bristle, level 2 Bristle. Like level 4 CK and a level 3 Omni, more than strong enough to just kill this hero if he gets too aggressive on him. So that is just, unfortunately, the state of the game, I think, is pretty clear. Unless they start making some plays, their Meepo's going to get out of control, and this is going to be problematic. But the problem is they don't really have a ton of playmaking heroes. They got a CM and a Lich, and the Lich has already come up here to try to help the Bristle because he was getting crapped on. And CM can play make, but you can't leave this Sven alone. Sven's just going to go down here. He gets rooted up, that sets up the easy Firestorm. Firestorm comes down and just kills. And now the Underlord's just harassing there, and they're just going to cut the creep waves again. And this has just been a total dominance by Charlie's Angels over Skadi Pippen. Unfortunately, Bristleback goes up again, and the creep wave is just getting destroyed. Reality Rift armor reduction hurts Bristle so bad. He's got the Spassy, he's got his Tangos, the Purification, and just the Reality Rift. Just so much damage. There's not much he can do. And he's only level 3. He only has 1 point in his Bristleback, so he's not actually that tanky yet. He has basically no items. He's got a Ring of Bassy, that's it, and some Tangos. So. And Meepo's just kind of farming it away. If you look, probably just going to keep pushing up the wave and going from there. He's got his Dragon Lance whenever he can get the Courier. That might be easy, just sending a Meepo home to get it, and he's just poofing out the wave. Meanwhile, SF's got his bottle finally. He's using the Clarity thing and is going Dragon Lance himself. This is what I mean. See, SF can really pressure the Meepo, but the Meepo usually can just poof away. That's where you want to, honestly, you want to be ganking the Meepo. If CM could just gank him, you know, with Frostbite, that sort of thing, could really make it work. But instead, oh, and up top, even with the Lich, they just go after him. Do they have another Reality Rift? They have a stun. They have a Reality... Oh, there's the stun. They're going for this. There's the Purification Bomb. There's the stun. SF's coming in, though. This could be a big kill on the... Yep, he's got it. He's got a haste. He's got the raise. It's a dominating streak after the SF. Huge. Gets him back in the game. And I think he's going to be able to kill this Omni Knight. If he gets the raise... Oh, the nice repel by Fancy Bones here. Gets the repel right as the raise is about to come out. But he uses Soul Ring and just gets one shot. So huge rotation by Coles. Makes some plays. Really got him back into the game. Much needed. Unfortunately, the ticking time bomb that is Meepo is fully on its way. He's already level 10. And those solo kills for SF were pretty big to catch him up. But he's level 10, he's got his Dragon Lance, and he's working on his Blink. And once he has that, the kill potential goes out the roof. And meanwhile, Sven is just getting so pressured. So we got 21 last hits. This CM is just getting... If he had a point of his root, he might have been able to kill the CM there. CM comes back. This is a big mistake. If Tree can get a root off of her, she could die. But it looks like they're just going to pressure this tower. And they're going to lose their safe lane tower at this rate pretty quickly. So, yeah, we're kind of just where we're at. Meepo's farming away. He's got his two Meepos, two clones farming away in the jungle. Meepo Prime is farming out the lane. That's what you want to do as Meepo. Meanwhile, the CK is getting close to his armlet. He's got the full treads as well. And, oh, CM gets caught. Looks like by a tree Underlord. And SF's trying to make a rotation back, but this Underlord's tanky enough. He should be able to just duke him in. He also has Dark Rift to get out if he wants. Underlord's just running around trees. Okay, Lich has spotted him. Lich is not level 6 though, so there's not a ton of damage here. He's gonna Dark Rift up. Oh, with raises they can do this. Oh, it's a big kill again by the SF. And, you know, usually you say playmaking hero, you need something else. But SF's the one having to make plays, which is not ideal. Also does mean this mid's just getting pressured by constant Meefo poof spam. But hey, you gotta do what you can. Gotta get kills where you can. Oh, that's current gold, not net worth. There we go. Nessa's doing a pretty good job of keeping up. You know, he gets 2 solo kills, but these kills that he's getting on the Underlord, the CK, all them, it's getting him back in the game. The real problem is the fact that Sven has so little. Sven has a Morbid Mask, and that's it. He's gonna get Firestorm. Oh, the Firestorm's a miss. I don't think... Yeah, this Underlord's kind of just chilling. Cookies is going Mask of Madness build. You know, Tread's Mask of Madness, pretty solid build. I think it's the spin build right now, but when you're getting this pressured, it's not ideal. And the Morbid Mask does not give you much regen, unfortunately. CK, on the other hand, is just farming away. His Armlet's going to be done in just a few more last hits. And Meeple's Blink should also be online soon. Let me look. Where's Meepo Prime? He's TPing bot. Meepo Prime has his Blink, 11-minute Blade Dragonlance. It's just Meepo things. And they're just getting super aggressive bot. Meepo's going to get ready to come in. They're hiding under the trees, but Cookies really can't do much, and he cannot farm right now. Meanwhile, Meepo, that's the annoying thing with this hero, he's still farming. This Meepo Prime can sit here and look for kills there. So already 4k down. It looks like they're going to lose their safe lane tower. Oh no, SF's in trouble. There's the Blink reveal. There's the double Pippen. SF's trying to get the raise off. The death raise is not enough. And Meepo's just tanky enough to survive. 300 HP. And that's just the danger. So, you know, once that Blink's online, SF even has, you know, he has an Ogre Club. He's got Treads. He's not as squishy as you'd think. He's got 1200 HP. Could have gone to Strength Treads, so I don't think that saves him. Tried to get his ult off, but I think he would have been better off just going for the double raise and punching, because level 1 Shadowfiend ult actually just sucks. Level 2 is where it starts to really do damage. But I can't criticize him too much. It is, you know, kind of the best of a bad option. I don't think either one survives. Meanwhile, top, this CK's gotten a point of his ult early. Earlier than the last seat. He actually maxed stun over Reality Rift. Usually you max Reality Rift, is what I see, but I don't play Chaos Knight that often, so I just know Reality Rift scales better, like, just from a mathematical sense than Chaos Build. You know, they're looking for this tree, but the tree is squirrely and just getting away from them. Throw down the sentry, they take out the enemy ward, but there's actually another one that was just placed blocking this camp. Don't like blocking camps deliberately unless you need to block the camp, just because it does reveal where the ward is. Meanwhile, Underlord's well on his way to his mech. He's going to have his mech soon. Meepo's well on his way to, if he wants his second Dragonlance, he can get it. He can start working on his Hex, he can start working on his E-Blade, you know, kind of whatever he wants to do. And there's just no comparable items. Bristleback's sitting on Treads, Bassy. He's hitting on his Omni, but Omni is pretty tanky. We've got a Soul Ring. I think the Lich could be in trouble. No. Oh, and I missed there. Apparently Underlord was running around the jungle, and Sven pops his ult. Gets a nice kill, nice comeback kill. That'll complete up his Treads, and he's well on his way to his Mask of Madness. So we're only down, they're down 6k gold. That's a lot, but it could be a lot worse, and a lot of that gold is on the Meepo, which is just going to happen. You gotta deal with it. Oh, and it looks like Lich came out too far, just gets killed. SF here's going on the Omni Knight. I think he's going to have some severe problems with Chaos Knight, who actually gets rifted up there. If he can get away from him... Oh, he doesn't successfully rift down. Okay, he does use the Reality Rift there. The CM ult's going to take them down. It ends up being a 2-for-2 trade. After a very unfortunate cliffing, he was able to use the melee range still. But overall, probably an okay trade. Yeah, that was a good fight for them overall. Still not great. Not a great game situation. Meepo's getting a lot stronger. He's got his Treads. He's already got his Eagle Song. He's going to have his E-Blade very soon. At which point, man, it's just tough to deal with him. Just tough to deal with him. E-Blade first is interesting. I've never really seen that. I see Hex, I see Double Dragonlance, I see straight Skadi after Blink, but not usually E-Blade straight away. But I guess he is against the Sven, so you need to be able to save whichever Meepo's low. So that makes some serious sense. Also, the Agi's armor and damage. Like, E-Blade is the most efficient Agi item per slot, so it's definitely a good Meepo item. Mask of Madness finally finished up the Sven, but there's not really stacks prepared for him. Not only that, if there were, the Dire have good wards spotting this out. So I don't think he's going to be able to come back. Oh, and the Bristleback gets run on by 3 heroes up top and missed it. Looks like he just got pitted, rooted, killed. And this Omni Knight's it's just doing work. You know, usually he's like a weaker support you can punish, but the combination of him and the Chaos Knight is where we do good things. And CK's almost got his Echo Saber up, and Yeah, they can just keep pushing. As soon as this Meepo kind of wants, if Meepo wants to be there, any push can happen. Right now, the Meepo Prime is sitting here. He's almost got his E-Blade done. Yeah, he's pretty much got it done. Soon he can go home. Meanwhile, they're just committing the push without the Meepo here, just going for it. Bristleback sitting here, still working on his Vanguard 16 minutes in. This is pretty sad Bristle at this point. By the time he gets the Vanguard, it's pretty much going to be irrelevant, unfortunately. And not only that, but with the amount of magic damage they get out of this Underlord, and then the Meepo combined with that, I just don't know if Bristle's going to be able to do anything. He really needs to get items and get going. He's just too poor right now. Same with the Sven, he's at least getting some catch-up time, but now they're just sitting here, they're trying to defend this tier 2 with the show of force. Sven really should just have a TP on him and should be farming out the jungle. I know the SF's doing that, but that's what's going for the Shadow Blade. Goes Dragonlance into Shadow Blade. Interesting. Usually I always think of you get Dragonlance or Shadow Blade, but there. Now Meepo's hit 15, got the lifesteal challenge. So now the easy solo rush of the game. He's got his E-Blade done. Now there's 2 Meepo lives, and I think they can just Deathball and end this game. They're 9k up. They've got Aegis on Meepo. He even got a DD on him. He's got his E-Blade up. So they're just so strong right now. Underlord has the mech done. The main thing is they just have to back their Meepo up. Make sure that, because if he goes in, he should be able to easily kill a hero or two. And then they need the Chaos Knight in them to make sure Meepo doesn't get stun locked out and just killed. Lich is good against Meepo. If you can wait till he gets 2 Meepos, his Meepos clumped up for the poof combo, you can chain frost them. I think this SF's dead, right? Nope, Meepo did not want to jump in. He gets glimmered up. Meepo thought about it, but did not jump in. Honestly, I think that you can frontline with the CK, and if anyone goes on the CK, you just the Meepo counters and kills. Bristle's a little aggressive here. They're going for the wrap here. They don't have any vision. And Meepo's just pushing top. Okay, I think they saw them. Yeah, okay, they got vision here on the Radiant. They're just waiting. But if you do this waiting game, Meepo will just farm you out. Oh, Tree just goes in, gets a 4-man overgrowth. Meepo poofs in onto 2. Oh, they just get those. The Chain Frost, though, comes out. But it's just not enough to do the mech. It's just not doing enough. There's the Death Requiem. Meepo's getting low, but not enough. It's, oh, Bristleback Quills almost killed him. And the Meepos are all still alive, though if he doesn't manage tower aggro, he could die. He's going to bring the Meepos back. Good armlet toggling by the CK, able to keep him alive. 2 for 5. Aegis wasn't even reclaimed. They didn't even, yeah, they did use the CK ult. That kind of showed they have a good team. I think they have a good draft. They just can't have a Sven this poor. You could have a Bristle potentially this poor, but you can't draft Lich, you can't draft CM, and you can't lose your lanes this bad. Meepo getting ahead, yeah, the fact that Meepo's 5k ahead of your mid, that can happen. That's just how Meepo farms. But the rest of your lanes, the other 2 lanes needed to go better. The bright side is they don't have to Ravage to fight up. There are Guardian Greaves though, and they're just going right back in. Still have this Aegis on Meepo. Tree is still here. No overgrowth for a little bit, but now this tower is oh, and just the blink in Lich. The classic, I'm going to stand behind and armor the tower. Oh, Shadow Fiend actually gets E-bladed, which protects him from the CK briefly. He gets off his Shadow Blade, so he is going to be able to get out. I think that might be the Shadow Blade reveal. A little bit of miscommunication there. He E-bladed the target to keep him from punching him, but could have probably just killed him with the CK there. I don't understand why they're... I guess they're just going to push all the tier 2s left, but honestly, I think they should just go high ground. You're so strong right now, but they're electing not to. Bristleback has finished up his Vanguard. Vanguard is great against Meepo. You know, each blocks for each individual hero. Getting the Halberd, I don't think that's the item, because there's no, like, how are you going to disarm? You disarm one Meepo? Who cares? He's got more Meepos. And you discard CK, it's like, okay, he's still got his illusions, probably, so I just think you need to get armor and get as much as you can. I think Crimson Guard's pretty good. Honestly, they need a pipe as well, because there is a lot of magic damage between Underlord and Meepo's poofs. And Meepo's going to go in here. Okay, they don't blink onto Cookies. Could have easily. I think he's going to blink onto Cookies. Cookies is going for Echo Saber. I don't think you can get Echo Saber at this point in the game. I think you just need a BKB and just pray. Meanwhile, Meepo's split pushing. Just the benefits of what you can do. Yeah, he's got his 3 Meepos bot. Bristleback's coming bot, so they know he's not top, so CM's here as well. So they're probably going to look to engage here. Yep, they get a reality rift on the Sven. Sven is just blown up. There's repel in the CK. Still, we're getting some decent damage to the Chain Frost, but it's only level 1 Chain Frost. It's just not enough. SF goes in there, tries to fight, gets off his ult, does take out the CK, but the Meepos are just too healthy. There's the CM ult. Meepo might be going down here. One Meepo's getting quite low. He just goes to hit the tower, but in the end it doesn't matter because the Aegis. And now the Meepos are alive. There's no ults left. They should be able to clean this fight up since they're down the Sven in there. But it looks like Meepo's decided to just go, and they're going to reality rift out. I think they could have gone there, but you know, Meepo was in a situation where he didn't, I think, wasn't able to get a blink onto the CM. And the full CM ulti was just a killer. They actually don't have a cancel, and they don't have a blink on the tree yet. So like a blink overgrowth as a way to cancel CM ult is pretty key for their team fights. Still, you know, not a bad. You use the Aegis, you put some serious pressure. They did do a lot of damage to that tier 3. There's no tree to heal them up. And they even did... there's nothing bot. So. But yeah, so as far as key items go, we're almost to the Hex on the Meepo. He's level 23. We'll be level 25 soon. Looks like Underlord is going... Ags? Is there an Underlord Ags now? I honestly don't... Oh, yeah, Atrophiora. Becomes a team thing. Oh wow, Atrophiora with Meepo, that's crazy. It took, you know, Sven Ags with the Meepo. Just gets wrecked. Okay. Meepo's just hunting around. He's fine. SF sitting here with the Invisor and Anna Shadow Blade. Working on the Manta for the CK. Tree will have his blink soonish, and looks like they've smoked up. CK is just farming aggressively, and the rest of them are smoked up. They're drawing a line right for where most of the heroes are, but I don't know if they're going to find them. They do appear to... I think they suspect a smoke. No, they don't. The CM's just sitting here in the open. Oh, and it looks like they do find someone up top. Looks like they found the Bristleback, and he does do a lot of damage with all those quills. But they've got Underlord Greaves, they've got Omni Knight. They can just heal that all up. They've got Tree. With Bristleback dead for quite some time, Meepo's going to again split push the lanes out, and they can really force this. CK can get his ult off and just press towers. I really think the best way to do this is just a split push. Like, don't fight into the Chain Frost, don't fight into the CM. If you can just kind of be split, have Meepo pushing one lane, have the rest of the heroes push the other. Do they have a blink on the tree yet? No, still no blink on the tree. Still, Meepo's gonna make them respond soon to this push bot. Yep, gets a few hits in. They force him back. Sven's just got an Oblivion Staff. Still no blink. Still no BKB. I think you just gotta pop your ult as the CK and walk uphill, right? You just pop it, walk uphill, and then let Meepo kind of pick off the bones of everyone else. His Hex is within 50 gold of being done though. It's a big item. Yeah, Underlord catches the SF. Yep, Meepo picks up his Hex, so now he can blink poof Hex. So he can blink in, Hex the, gives him another tool here. Yeah, they're just continuing the pressure, all 3 lanes, keeping them hemmed in the base, and down 16k gold. Doesn't feel like it's going to get any better soon. SF is going for a Daedalus before a BKB. Sorry, Coles, you got to get a BKB. I know you need to do damage, but like a Chrysalis does not help you win this game. A BKB might. Tree's got a blink now, so I don't know what they're waiting for. I guess they could wait for an Aegis. They could easily have Meepo go do it right now, actually. And it is up with a DD, so if Meepo were to go look, but I think they're just committed to this slow siege. Like, yeah, you can see it. Like, he just moves in. Look at this, just melting. That's just 3 Meepos just hit the tower a little bit. Oh, they caught one Meepo with the Frostbite. Can they make it pay? Do they have a blink? No, there's no blink stun. There's no control. And Meepo's just able to split push with pretty much impunity at this point. Tree blink, though. They might blink on this Sven here. Blink overgrowth? I don't know. They're playing really passive for a team that's up 17k. Like, yeah, they're playing into some good ways to deal with a Meepo, but you know, they got a CK who's really farmed too. Bristle is sitting on his Sange. He's gonna have his Halberd soon. That is nice, the evasion and the tankiness, but I'd really rather see a Crimson or a BKB. Oh, there's the blink. CK ult comes down. They go for the jump, but they don't burst him down. Oh, the Sven does go down in the end. The Guardian Angel is able to keep them alive through that Sven physical damage, unfortunately. And now there's mass buybacks. They're trying to fight out with the SF. The SF managed to live. Oh no, the Firestorm takes him while he's alive. Sven comes back in, he's bought back. He doesn't have God Strength, but he's just doing damage. And Meepo is just getting the heck out. They might be able to run them all down. Omnia has a blink as well. It's able to blink away from the goo. Meepo is running in. This is actually quite scary for them. If they chase, Meepo could easily come in. So it was 2 buybacks out. They didn't actually make... I think overall they might have made back a little gold, but they're still down a huge margin. Still down 17k, down even more XP. Meepo's 25 now. He's got his full kit. The only thing left is for him to stack E-Blades or Skadis. And then beyond that, I think they just... You know, they got the Underlord Ags, which is nice. Yeah, nearby allies, but... I almost think they, you know, if they just get an Aegis on Meepo again, they could definitely take it. But that Blink Overgrowth, and they just, the 2 buybacks, didn't quite burst anyone down. Oh, and CM gets caught by the Meepo. Blink, Hex, poof, you're dead. The life of a support in a Meepo game. I've had it happen to me many times, and it's infuriating every time. Hey, okay, Tree went in and said, hey, going for Roche, we should do it. Meepo's there instantly. And it's just gonna take it. Oh, and there's a DD for him. Oh my goodness. So yeah, they can get this, then grab a DD, and then just melt racks. Yeah, the Underlord damage. My goodness. Bonus damage from Underlord. What a world. There's cheese as well. Yep, Meepo grabs the DD on his Prime Meepo. And probably can just do the same thing again, do the split, but now they have an Aegis, so Meepo should be the one to commit hard, just try to blow somebody up with this Hex Poof combo. Go from there. Yep, and you can even see they're just confident pushing lanes. I don't like this, the fighting over mid. They don't really done much tower there. It's the top and the bottom tower they've done damage to. Oh, the Meepo's here, probably just going to take it. Yeah, they're all set up to fight mid. They got vision of the CM. Meepo Prime is over here, though. Yeah, he is. Underlord just walks in, there's again the Blink Overgrowth, the Blink Poof combo, the Hex comes out, but again they just kind of jump in on them. The Guardian Angel comes out, and it doesn't matter. The CM all comes. It's the double, it's the triple jump in at the same time. It's not good. The Meepo's going in on this, does manage to kill out the Sven. Buyback on the Bristleback. Doesn't need to buy back at all. That's a bad buyback right there. And CK is trying to armlet toggle this out, but he doesn't have a TP. He's quite fast though, but oh, SF goes the wrong way. Man, this is some secret agent behind enemy lines crap here. He's gonna have to get a courier sent out to him. He's just gonna hide here and hope Bristle doesn't come by. Bristle's not gonna kill him. Yep, courier's gonna be sent the long. Okay, it has a. Okay, they're gonna send it to here. He's gonna buy a TP. No, he's just gonna walk out now. So yeah, that's the double jump in. So Tree jumps in, Meepo jumps in, and then they all get blown up. The CK illusions get controlled up. They get destroyed by the freezing field. Like, I feel like they have the tools to win this game. I mean, they picked Meepo into a bunch of Meepo counters, But what they needed to do there is you can't all jump in the same space. Like, Meepo needs to come in on the side of the fight, or Tree needs to come on the side of the fight, or CK needs to come on the side of the fight. Like, you can't, like, everyone just jumped into one big old ball of Chain Frost, CM ult, Requiem from the Shadow Fiend reducing everyone's damage. There was a bunch of Sven cleave going on there. Like, the whole thing is an issue. Yeah. So, what should be fairly easy game, I think, for them, is not right now. But now they have a BKB up on the CK, so that's big. He opted for that instead of finishing out his Manta. Beyond that, I think they just play the split push game. Like, if you just, like, honestly, you could just commit the Meepo onto 1-Rax, make them use a bunch of spells to kill him, bot, and then have your CK ult, and then CK ult could just, like, hit a bunch of tower. Like, you could just rat a tier 3 down. You can even rat a Rax pretty easily with the Meepo. So, still, this game is not over, not by any means. The lead has been about 15-20k for this whole time, but Meepo's getting topped out. He's got double E-Blade, he's got his Hex, he looks like he's going to go for the Bloodthorn, which is another thing that you see Meepos get. Sometimes they get Bloodthorn, sometimes they get Skadi. I think Skadi Bloodthorn might have been better in my opinion, but I'm not a Meepo player, so I could not tell you the difference. I know the cheap stats and damage on the E-Blade is obviously better because of 40, 10, 10. So, but yeah, so Sven is, yeah, that Oblivion staff, man, that just kills you. You're sitting on this Oblivion staff, and you could have had your BKB or close to it now. That just always hurts. Bristleback is now working on a Blade Mail after getting a Sange. I think somebody pointed out probably Halbert's not the item choice for him. The mech is done on the Lich. That's handy. There's Force and Glimmer on there. Oh, and the Sven gets picked. Gets picked out on his own. He has no buyback. And this might be it. This might be when they finally are able to crack the base. I did miss that pickoff, but he was just out farming on his own with no backup. And now they can just push. Yeah, Meepo, see, now look at that. See, they all commit here. Meepo just goes for the Rax, and they hex up the CM. He's not even killing this. Oh, he's glimmered up, that's why. But it doesn't even matter. Like, they're fighting here. They're actually losing this fight because there's no Sven. There was also no CM multi, which has been a big portion of the team fight because she went over to try to stop the Meepo. But Meepo just took another lane of Rax. Meanwhile, the CK is sitting here. He's just hitting the Rax. The Guardian Angel comes up. Meepo is continuing just to murder everyone. They cancel it out because they don't need it. And this is just going to be game because there's only one hero left going to be alive soon. And you've got all these Meepos just sitting. And see, that's just, by splitting up the fight, you just got the freezing field. One Sven was picked, but then you had this, the CM freezing field wasn't there to help do the damage, and it all worked out. So, well played by Charles Angels, well played by Skadi Pippen. I regret both games are kind of stompy, but, you know, I think the MMR difference on average is substantial, so I'm not too surprised that you're chatting with both the teams. So, thank everybody for watching. Sorry there was such a long delay between the games. Nothing couldn't be helped. Echo uses official lobby casting, and we weren't getting one. And they didn't want to do an unofficial lobby. They chose to wait the teams, and I can't argue with them. It's their game, you know. It's what they want to do. Anyway, I'm at Fafnir. I'm at Fafnir Dota on Twitch, Fafnir 18. So thank you guys for inviting me to cast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. If you're gonna watch it, I'm gonna upload this up on YouTube. And have a good night.